It is not recorded in the capital or current account. Drugs, right? Payment for drugs and all those stuff. Illegal. All those transactions, whether this is you are importing or exporting, whether you are having a direct investment, whatsoever, if the transaction is illegal, we are not recording here. If you are being caught, then law enforcement agency is gonna deal with you, right? So you need to be very careful. What we are studying here, we are studying in a legal framework. So similarly, most of the students in China, what they did, they use some illegal channels to send their money. For example, many of the students, they are doing part-time job in China and they want to send their money to the home. What they do, they ask a friend, okay, you have a transaction from my bank account to your local account. I don't want to go through government stuff. Why? Because government takes taxes. So all these are illegal transactions. Hundi, we call this.
Could you please repeat it again? Wendy?
I think in Pakistan we call this hundi. Hundi means or the illegal money that you transfer through illegal channels because the government don't know. Okay, let me build you a scenario here. Let me delete. So first of all, you are in China. So your home is in US. You earn yuan. Yuan is here, right? So the legal channel is that you send the yuan to your home. Yuan is going to the foreign market, forex market, foreign exchange market, and it will be converted into dollar, and your home members, your family members will receive money in dollars. But you call your friends in US, you say that, and this person, Mr. B, he has an account in Chinese bank. So you transfer money. Let me change the text color here. Can we change the color here? Yes. So rather sending money from China to US through legal channels, you say that, okay, you ask your friend, you transfer money in his Chinese bank account, and Mr. B gives here the dollars to your home. So that is illegal transaction because this transaction is not counted under countries. Countries don't know that whether this transaction happened or not. But you are working here in China. You are receiving the money, you are receiving the income, and you need to send those money to here so that governments can know that government GDP or government current account also knows all this stuff. So your current account balance increases, but rather you are not, going through the proper channel. You are using some kind of shortcut. If you found this one, you will be penalized, right? So this is illegal channel. In India, Pakistan, and in Bangladesh, we call this hundi, which is illegal channel, because in this, the amount you send the government people, they don't know. Why? Because there is a one demotivation here is that the amount you send will be taxed, and in order to avoid tax, you do this kind of channels, right? Most of the students in China, they do that, foreign students. Yes, Oliver, you want to ask some question?
Yeah, but you already paid taxes in China, huh?
But you already paid taxes in China, right?
Yeah.
But
So why would it be
wow, why
paid
would it be?
taxes?
But you can claim your taxes back in your home country. For example, let me just clear this. So many countries, they have tax treaties or tax agreements with with the countries. For example, this is China and this is US. So if a US guy, A is a US expatriate who sends money to US, first of all, he's working in China and he is taxed 20%, right? According to US laws, you would be taxed 30% on your salaries. So if you send your money to US, you would be charged again 30% income tax. But you can file your IRA, your revenue, that is the authority over the internal revenue authority over there, and you can claim that, okay, I already paid 20% here, so 30% is unfair for me. I'm eligible to pay only 10% more, so that this 20% and 10% remain same, and overall I would be paying according to the US law. So these 20% that you extra cut through my salaries, you revert it back in my account. So this is, the government process is a long process, hectic process. It has its own demerits, right? But if you send through this illegal channel, the government don't know that. That is not shown in your current account. And what we talk about in the video, the more positive is the current account, it means more welfare is there. The more, the economy of the country looks more good. But in this sense, we're concealing the amount. The amount is not going to be shown in the current account. And what happened? Our income is not going to shown in the current account, and it means we are responsible for letting down our country by saying that this information is not going to be included in current account. So economies looks stable or going down. Understand? So that's most of the students do that. It's illegal. If you caught, you may lose your money, or there's a chances of fraud that you send money to the person and the other person don't transfer the money to the other person. So it's all about, you can say that a blind trust. Okay. Oh. Let's move forward. So up till now, what we have discussed, balance of payment. Under balance of payment, we have current account and capital account. So if you understand all this stuff, please answer this. This number one. The primary component of the current account is, primary means which has more transactions. A, B, C, D. Which one is true? Which one is, correct option? So I have one in my chat section. Okay, Dion says A. PD, what is your? Tiffany also say A.
P.
A or B? Oliver, Lancelot. Lancelot says is B. Okay, what we talk about current account, right? Lancelot, pay very close attention here. We just talk about the money market, securities. They are under other capital investment and they are a part of capital account, not the current account, right? So B can never be the answer. Balance of capital markets. No, we are talking about current account. All the things that belong to capital markets will not be included. Unilateral transfers like gifts. So it's frequently that one country gives frequent aids to other. Every day you are sending aids to other company. No. So the primary is balance of trade. What is balance of trade? The record of imports and exports. So regularly a country is selling goods to other countries or importing goods from other countries. So that is the most biggest part of current account. Everybody understand? So A is the correct answer. So true, false. The current account represents, first of all, pay very close attention here. The current account represents the investment in fixed assets in foreign countries that can be used to conduct business operations. So fixed assets life is greater than 1 year, and we are talking about current account. So it would be true or false. You can speak, don't worry about that. You don't need to type, you can speak as well. It's false. Right? Good. And now, our second learning objective, which is growth in international trade. So, international trade has increased substantially over time. We have seen the rise of dragon, the rise of China, right? From the lowest bottom, now becoming to the world dominated, economy of the world. And now it has crossed the US as well in terms of import and exports, right? So it means international transactions, international trade has increased substantially over time. Yes. First, it has enabled some big multinational companies to obtain materials at lower prices. Like we already know that the lower prices are in China, in Bangladesh, in India, the developing countries, right? So many of the big countries, big companies, they establish their companies over there, purchase raw materials and all those stuff at lower prices, and then selling the goods. You have the best example of iPhone, Surface Book, right? This kind of stuff in, so their per unit production cost is very small, but look at the prices. They are charging $1,200, $1,000, $800 to one mobile phone, right? Secondly, it has allowed many MNCs to increase their sales and expand their operations. Now MNCs, look at that. In US, California, one company, small company, in not size of operation, like size of, one geographical location, it is selling iPhones to all over the world. More than 190 countries all over the world, right? So when they are selling, it means international transaction increases. So the events that led to this